Watch the sound.
I've got a friend beside me. They're like, so like my setup is like I watch the stream with no volume because that's why there'll be like cross chat between you and
Oh yeah,
yourself.
that'd be frustrating.
Yeah.
Just waiting for this to start. I'm just seeing if my sound's actually working. Right.
Oh what?
Jesus Christ, Me6 done it for us.
Me
That's
six is
great.
OP.
That is. Damn, I feel like an old man with this new this new technology. Okay, yeah, my voice is working. Drew, talk.
Oh, I'm talking. Sorry.
Cheers.
I was like listening back to the audio on the stream. Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, your voice is there. All right, we're in a good position. Right, I'll invite teams now. Fuck, wait, do you remember Alpha's PSN? Actually, no, I remember it. It's Alpha double A. There's no PSN called. Oh no, he changed it, didn't he? He changed it to like Dab Alpha. Yeah. FDMT dash Yoshi. All right.
Could be a Tranquility Smurf account now. Not rolling that out.
Jesus Christ, somebody's hating on Buddy Fitz, isn't they? Jesus, that's a bit rude. All right. The first time I've ever casted without food. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah, this delay ain't too bad. Like we're talking like 3-4 seconds. It's actually pretty good.
Oh,
It's
that's
amazing what
alright.
happens when you have decent internet. Amazing.
Oh,
Crazy.
what? You got new internet?
No, I've not got new internet. I literally travelled 2 hours up the road
Oh.
to be at this cast today.
Oh, see,
I didn't. I had no idea I was doing this
that
until
is
this morning.
commitment.
I had no
Commitment to
idea I
the
was doing that.
cast.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, I need to link this into the NA server. Give me a sec.
Oh,
Not
what?
the
Some
NA
people from
server.
NA gonna be watching it as
Commu-
well.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was telling them
do you
to.
mean the community?
Yes. Go live. Oh well, they're already there.
Was you too slow? Here we go. Firestorm, not Firestorm. That's gonna get weird. Dex is showing up. Just have a look at the comments. Obviously, there's that typical chatting shit. But hey, that's the fun of it. Oh,
Ta-da!
Yoshi sent me a text. Okay, alright. One second, I need to turn off notifications now. I don't know why they're on. They're usually off. Alright. So Forbidden Movement, orange team, they're defending first, whereas Dex, blue team, are attacking first.
Alright, we're back in a sec. I'm just trying to sort out my audio. Because it's really annoying.
Just guys, FUD is like supporting both teams.
Alright, well, he's somewhat neutral, isn't he?
Oh, I do love a neutral.
Not in any team, technically.
Not a common alpha either.
FDMT on time. That's crazy. So here we have Dab Alpha in a 1v5 situation. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. We get to see some Villa. Have you casted Villa at all this season?
For amateur gaming, I have. once when you left me. Remember this?
Yeah, that's true. My bad.
It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I've
At
casted
the
once
meeting, okay.
for Villa. No, that's cool. Casted once for Villa. Yeah, I've pretty much done every other map, but I've never casted border. Never in my life.
Well, Villa, yeah, I also did a AG game for Villa. Again, an AG game, but it wasn't FDMT, it was IGO, so I've not seen anything from these two teams on Villa, but I have seen the map itself. Is that your dog?
Yes, I apologise. I can't
So I
help
was on
that.
my side for a sec. There's like a stuffed teddy dog across the room, and I just like looked at it. What?
Oh, sounds like my mum's home. She's not in a happy mood, so I'll mute my mic for 2 seconds.
It's actually my first time watching Giggly play as well.
Oh, Giggly.
Yeah, I'm like trying to keep track of who's on the team, but like keep switching.
Yeah, Giggly, Pineapple Shaded. He played against Insane.
Oh, is that the right? Okay, now I'm clued up. Now it makes sense. Yeah, he had a really strong showing on Clubhouse. Really clutch on that mute smoke combo with the shotgun. He got so many kills with a shotgun. Like he just knows how to play those close quarter engagements. I don't think Villa is as close in quarter. As it doesn't really lend itself to as many close quarter engagements, is what I'm saying. But there is obviously still potential for it if you play it correctly. So I'll be interested to see if he had a similar play style because it was working really well. Like he kind of heated up towards the second half when they did switch to defense. It was kind of like the Yoshi show on attack on that Ash getting 12 or so kills in the first 5 rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pineapple, we're going to go Giggly, I guess. He really showed up. You have to remember as well that his team were in a 3v5 disadvantage going into the match point round as well, which would have, well, if they'd lost it, it would have been a point they'd walked with instead of 3, which is obviously very important when you think about the player phrase. So yeah, getting that double kill with the C4 was huge, if you remember that, and then finishing off getting the 3-piece with the shotgun as well. That was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, in the moment, of course, I'd remember that last round. I mean, still comes through in the dreams every now and then. But
were you playing that game?
Yeah, I was playing that game.
I remember. You were playing that game.
Yeah, it was a 1-kill dream. We don't speak of it. Alright.
On the other side, we've got Dex. We're seeing _FS, which is a big rip to some of these teams since they switched organization from Firestorm to Dex, but it's the same faces, albeit maybe a couple of new faces.
I'd like to see. I'm hoping for a good game this game. There. So, where are both teams in the league?
Where are both teams in the league right now? Let me get that for you because, in all honesty, there's been a few switcheroos and everything. Everything's kind of like up in the air at the minute, mainly because of Vindication dropping out. So like it's everyone catching up on buys, on missing weeks and everything.
Yeah.
But to my knowledge, the correct standings are Dex are currently in 7th with 7 points. That's tied with Paradox, but Paradox have 4 rounds advantage on them and a game in hand.
Okay.
So yeah, that is the case. Although that said, I might actually. No. I am correct. So if they were to win this game hypothetically, by 4 more rounds, then they would have an even round count and they'd be 3 points ahead of Paradox. But Paradox have a couple games in hand. This is just due to them having a bye week, and they're not getting their Vindication. I don't think they have their Vindication win yet either.
I will be.
Actually, no, they do. They played them in the very first week.
Oh yeah. So. I'll quickly be going into game chat just to see if both teams ready. Alright. Hello.
It is a nice little glitch.
I know. Let's.
Everybody press ready. Dex, press ready.
Yeah. Ready up.
Hold on. Oh my fridge cake! It's raining.
Reload. Reload quickly. Reload.
Is everyone ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's raining. I need to reload. I need to reload. It's pretty dangerous.
it's just
I've
both
got a
teams
bullet
ready.
cell.
Yeah. Just Alpha.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Alpha, are you ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're ready.
1 second.
Yes, we're ready.
Yeah.
Wait, I had 1
Good luck.
second. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it for the memes, guys.
My ears. Ow. Here we go. Hi. Here we go.
Am I back? Am I back?
It's all good. Dex blue
Good.
versus Forbidden Movement, who is orange. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm scared for the team I play for, but then yet again.
Yes, you have a bit of bias in this, whereas I'm one of the few neutrals in the server at the minute. So it's you got a bit better of both worlds.
Something.
I personally like the last in both teams, though. So I've got the best intentions of both these teams here.
Yeah. Alright, Capitaya and Maverick both gone in the ban, taking out Echo. Echo been taken out pretty much nearly every single game, haven't they? I remember talking about a stat a while back where Echo and Mira have just been banned constantly. And is it Mira?
That is correct,
Here we
yeah.
go. I'm not a genius, but here we are. Echo and Mira both taken out on defense, like I kind of guessed. Right, here we go.
Like that's kind of as standard, I guess. The mirror, interestingly, was banned by the team that is defending first, which would probably just show that it's not so much that maybe it's not a matter of they don't feel comfortable with the mirror, but they just don't have any strats made for mirror. As you just mentioned, Mirror and Echo are both they're two operators that have both been banned very highly. Both of them share over 2/3 of the bans in total. So, yeah. If you're going to be prepping for a match in Collective League at the minute, don't make mirror strats is probably the rule of thumb at the minute, because it's probably going to be banned. So, you know, when it was left for them to have the option of either keeping the mirror on the table or banning it, they probably just thought, hey, look, we've got no strats, let's ban it. And then in 6 rounds' time, when we have the half switch, there's no advantage that Dex can, you know, have from having the mirror on the board. When you know, it's quite possible that they could have made some strats or just feel comfortable with the mirror.
Right, two six picks onto this from Blitz onto Ash, and it was also I forgot who switched, but it was onto a Clash. Something we haven't seen a lot in this league so far. Yoshi taking that Clash role. Yeah, that is something we haven't seen a lot. Is that actually, like, have you seen it so far? Someone play Clash?
I'm pretty sure we'll have seen Clash play. The problem I have is that I watch a lot of North American VODs as well.
Oh, yeah.
Different leagues, so things can kind of they can easily get crossed when it comes to like a detail such as that. That said, I think Clash is particularly viable on this site. They're like the way that the site's kind of like in like a donut shape, right? If you think about like the areas where you can plant. So it allows Clash to kind of have like easy rotations around, and especially like when you think about the bans as well, there's no capital on the board. Perhaps that was something that they factored in. So with that in mind, maybe you can expect to see a lot more Clash than usual.
Yeah. Alright. This moment in time, you just wait to see what happens.
Yeah, that's the thing as well, like with Villa, because you don't see it very often. You don't really know what to expect, as opposed to like a map like Clubhouse, where, for example, we've seen Ivy go there 3 times. Seen V3 go to multiple maps. Sorry, we've seen V3 go to the same map multiple times as well in Oregon. So when you're seeing Villa play for the first time in Collective, it's kind of, you know, it's a bit of a shock. You know, like, oh, something fresh. It didn't give you much to talk about coming into the game.
We lost the position though. Both teams trying out something new. I mean, maybe they didn't even plan it. It was just Villa was just something that didn't even come up in the band, so they just didn't really think about it. Right, 1 minute 40 left. Not a single bit of damage actually dealt so far. I guess then attackers are playing pretty passive, waiting for that one little push. I need to get up the chat. I lost it. Again, 1 minute left. Only minimal damage actually dealt to Thermite from the Clash's little shocks. They only have 53 seconds now to do something. Comes up against the smoke, gets taken out, and also Flash has been taken out, who was the Jaeger. It is a 3v5 against a bit of movement. He gets another kill onto Yoshi, which is a Clash. It is a 2v5, not in a great position for a bit of movement here. Oh, Adam, great kill onto Hawkage. Adam gets another one. Was that Ambiguous? Ambiguous, is that his name, or Ambiguous? I mean, he spelled Ambiguous one either, so... Okay, he gets the Ash, gets another kill. That is a 3k for the round. Comes against... Is that an ace? Oh, he bottles it! On the last kill, Adam almost gets the almost gets the ace. Does get the 4k onto the round, though. That was a very slow approach from Dex there, but there was.
I know you want to say Firestorm. It's okay.
Yeah, I know it hurts. It hurts.
It's no, like it's a good observation. Like our friend Fod in the chat also made this very same point when they played against Insane on Consulate. They play a slower style than most other teams that we see in Collective, and it's, you know, it's something that, I mean, it's, you look at their standings in the league, they're obviously they're out for the playoff spots. You don't want to attribute their standings exactly to their play style, but you can see like the amount of pressure it puts on them, right? Like they need to, like they got the first 2 kills. They put themselves in a 5v3, I believe, and even then they were still pressured to push into the site, and it just kind of allowed Adam to maneuver around with that LMG, which you won't have to reload, and yeah, just spray people down. I actually fancied him to get the ace there, but yeah. That would have
been nice.
Yeah. But we all know what it's like to be in those 1v1 situations. You'll be kicking yourself over that, for sure. Especially since that would have been a huge momentum changer, considering they were in the 3v5.
Right, going into round 2. Holding down dining and kitchen this time, avoiding the aviator in games, which is a very popular place to actually defend. Do you like this idea from them, or would you prefer they just played it safe and went aviator in games?
I don't know. Like, I feel like this site's fairly viable. The thing with this site is that, the thing with this site in particular is that a lot of it kind of depends on what the attack does with the upstairs control. You've got one hatch kind of leading into like the laundry area. If you get control of that, you kind of really have the laundry locked down, and then from there you can open up a wall, just kind of do a traditional thermite from the wall in this direction sort of push. But there's also loads of other things you can do upstairs as well if you have those vertical control. And you see we've got a buck on the board here, as well as Ash. We've got multiple operators that can open up the floor, plus a couple of claymores to watch the flanks as well, so the potential's there. Yeah. Again, it kind of just depends. I'd imagine they would go for a top floor roam clear first, but it's what they do with that afterwards that'll make the difference. That's something that may not cater to their floor gameplay.
It's still one of them. I want to talk about previous games on Villa, but you just can't do it, can you?
Well, you've seen them on you've seen FDMT play. I know it's not a collective game, but it's something to go from. What were your thoughts on them when they played last time? Do you think they were solid? I mean, they didn't come away with the win, unfortunately, but it was a close game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it went to... It was very close, yeah. It was a difference between 2 rounds. What kind of happened in the end is... they realised that they cannot defend the Aviator game side, meaning they just switched it around and won a few rounds back, which they have, like, here now realised that they can't properly defend it, going statuary and kitchen, just avoiding that one site. So they are learning from their mistakes here. And yeah, it's just, I wouldn't say it's a strong match, so anybody can win it, but yeah, again, this could be, we don't know, this could be Dex's strongest map, this could be their weakest map, so I'm really not too sure what could happen. Me rambling on about something completely different to the question, but oh, you was there for the movement game as well. Anything you caught on?
I didn't catch enough of it before I had to go.
Right, Adam takes out Hawkage with leaving Ash on a 1v2 against Legion and Maestro. Maestro gets the 2 shots off, takes him out. And that is 1-all. Again, there was...
So they...
Oh,
on
go.
you.
No. You go. Go.
Okay, well, I mean, it's kind of the same story as the first round. They just kind of left themselves as... They kind of stalled a little bit on the upstairs, and it just kind of allowed Yoshi to kind of get the opening pick. And then a further one as well. Like, he knew he had control of diffuser upstairs, or at least for that small window of time. You saw how those castle barricades were carefully positioned in a way in which they're almost kind of funneled up the stairs and through the window, coming into like the statue objective, which we'd seen the round before. Getting those opening picks on Yoshi's side were very key there because it stalled them even further, and then it was just again what we just saw last time. They were just a little bit too slow in getting to the objective, and by the time they got there, they were just anchors were set up. And you know, when you're walking into pre-aimed operators such as Maestro, like you're probably not going to win those fights. So yeah, they're kind of picking up the win playstyle once again. I don't want to keep harping on about that though, but I do think it's something valid to bring up. They do play a lot slower than most teams.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just regional.
Then yet again, it still worked for round 1. Yeah, it's just the way they like to attack. Right, round 3, they'll be holding down library and living room this time. Guess using a variety of different places to actually hold. Looks like you're getting a bit of love from the chat.
I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get.
Start getting some merch for you.
Get some merch, get some branding. Maybe there's something in the chat can help me with some branding, I don't know. But yeah, like the thing with Villa as well is that I have no idea what's going on with Valkyrie there. It's a bit of a glitch, but all the sites are very viable. It just kind of depends on how you set them up. I still feel like Villa's very much unexplored. It's still it's been up for a little while now. You could certainly make an argument for holding all of the sites. And Aviator Game Stream, I don't want to say it's the strongest site. I don't really want to rank the sites at this current stage of the game. But it's certainly one of the go-to sites when you look at it, like when you just look at your average ranked game, for example. That doesn't obviously translate into this game, as we've seen all 3 other sites before that one, and if we do see it at all.
One thing, well, not a lot of happening. Okay, Hoggish does take out Yoshi, but what I was saying is your opinion on Theme Park going to be in the new Pro League map pool. Have you got any opinion on that?
Not really. I don't tend to have an opinion on these things until they're announced. And as far as I'm aware, there has been nothing official announced. I mean, I could just be, you know, with my head in the dirt. But I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. Honestly, it's kind of warm to me just because we have Fortress. But Fortress exists and Hereford Base exists. But it is what it is. If it's in the map pool, then we'll do it at the time.
Right, well, Dex have got that top floor control. Attacking like relatively quicker this round. Do something with that time. Valkyrie is getting into a gun battle with 2 people. Jiggly gets out a kill. Is that going to take out 2 of them? No, takes out 1. Does take out the Thatcher with Jackal left in there. The Valkyrie's very low. Valkyrie trying to shoot a few shots, missing. Jackal also misses. It's a massive gun battle. Jackal shooting, takes him out, well, injures him. Jackal with another kill, about to get engaged with the Castle. Castle does take him out. It's a 2v3 for forbidden movement. And I'm pretty sure they know where the diffuser is. Alpha gets a refrag onto Genius, takes him out. Alpha with another kill, great double kill from Alpha. It's a 2v1 with smoke left. They're getting down the plants. Okay, now I've got the plant down with smoke. Well, pretty much every player full health, apart from Buck taking minimal health, well damage. This still could be anybody's round. Unlucky. That is Alpha with 3k. Well, either way, great round from Alpha, giving Dex the lead, 2-1 for Dex.
Yeah, like it's maybe 2-1 to Dex, but one thing I think is quite important so far in this match is the start that Adam's had to this game. He's got 7 kills right now. I know that he got 4 of them in 1 round. Could have had 5 and made this a 2-1 advantage, maybe even more. But I think Adam, for me, I've had a lot of experience with him as a player in different situations, and I find him to be a very passionate. Well, passionate's not the word. He's a very emotional player, right? He's someone who, if you get him off to a good start, you normally carry that on through the round and start to kind of pick up some pace. If he has a less than ideal start, he tends to kind of get inside his own head a little bit. Maybe take some gunfights that he wouldn't usually take, or even shy away from them. As a sign of just lack of confidence, and I think it's good for FDMT for him to have a strong start to this match, even if they're currently at the round disadvantage. I mean, you're gonna have more of an insight to this yourself, and like feel free to talk about it. Like, I mean, there's no hiding it. I mean, obviously you have a little bit of FDMT bias just because it's a team that you're a part of, and props to you for like coming in and doing the cast for this. I know that you didn't feel overly comfortable doing it just for those reasons, but like, could you maybe like give an insight into some of the players and how they're feeling going into this match?
Well, obviously, this is one of the biggest games in for us. We've gotten to the point where if we win 2 of the games, we have claimed that playoff spot, which we have been fighting for, which was looking impossible for us towards the mid of the season, and now we've got that. Okay, one sec, sorry, someone has lagged out. Hopefully he'll join back. They will have to play the rest of the round, and then they'll probably have to like leave at the end of the round just if they want to rehost. But what I'm saying is they're gonna come into this game really needing to win it. They know what's at stakes, and I wouldn't say hyped. Like, that could mean people get over aggressive and then so and so. But I'd say they're just ready to win. But looking at Firestorm, not Firestorm, Dex's position, they're also the same. They need to win this to not determine a playoff spot, but just a fight for it. And so both teams.
I mean, I can hit you with some maths if you want. So like for Dex, Firestorm, they need to win the majority of their games.
Yeah.
I believe they need to win 3 to guarantee themselves. Just because, and they can guarantee it just because the people they're facing, right? They're facing the people that are also fighting for those same player spots. They're not fighting like the Igos, the V3s, and they're not fighting the people below them either. The battle is confined within the mid table itself for for that 5th spot at this point for the teams. So if they win this game, it puts them in a good position to further their way up the table because they're stopping Dex getting points. It's more of a must-win for Dex, is what I'm saying, than FDMT side, who can afford to drop maybe a couple of games. Mathematically, if they get a couple of draws in the win, they're in. So, but of course, they're not going to be thinking about that. A draw is 1 round away from a loss. So.
Right, well, Firestorm does take that round with ease, with FDMT not taking a single body.
Yeah, that's surprising as well because they were in a 4v5, right?
Try not to get the emotions get to me with my team losing, but it's fine. Right, we're going into round 5 with 3-1 for Firestorm. Yes, I know. Chat's gonna violate me. with Dex.
It's so hard, like it's so
It is
hard.
difficult because you see FS as well. You're like, okay, Firestorm, it's fine, but
Yeah.
it's just not. Is it?
For that, I know there's a few people from North America in this stream in particular, and yeah, like the confusion is coming from so these lads finalized their roster changes on Firestorm, and then a week later, after doing the PSN name change, which on PlayStation, you guys, I'm not sure what you guys have on Xbox, but PlayStation, we got an update recently where you can change the name for free once. And they all changed it to underscore Firestorm, and then they moved to Dex. Yeah, you can see what's happened. Some of them are starting to change it back now, but yeah, the damage is kind of done, let's say. But hey, just to kind of pick up on something that was like said in the chat, like James kind of picked up, James who's another caster for the league, made a comment on Yoshi's flexibility on his operators for this game. He's usually someone who's not really traditionally a flex player for this team. Like he's usually running Ash main on attack. Then on defense, it's kind of like a switch between a Vigil and Jaeger, kind of taking up those roles. Could you perhaps provide any insights why, like, maybe he's switching up his operators more? Is this like a plan thing? Is he supposed to be flexing onto this many operators? He maybe got more of an understanding of this map? Or
Maybe it's just it's one of them where it's last second. Well, Forbidden Movement did lose a player yesterday, meaning there's people going to switch around roles to see who's comfortable. And Yoshi, he did come along and say, "Oh yeah, I'm comfortable doing this. I can do it." And yeah, so now there is Slash instead of Mario. So it was more like he just wanted to. He said it himself. Like he could do both. He could like not be a flex, obviously, but he was persistent on being a flex, and everyone's like, "Yeah, you do it. See how it goes for one game."
no, he's been one of the bigger, better performers. No offense, for FDMT so far. Yoshi, this is so.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of want to put your trust in a guy who's putting up the numbers. Let's say.
Yeah. Right, speaking about Yoshi, he does get taken out by Zofia. Okay, Hookage gets a kill onto Giggly and a team kill as well. Marsha gets a down onto Nomad, which does leave a 3v2 against Forbidden Movement again. Slash is trying to get a few wall bangs, hopefully gets someone, does not. Deals little damage to Buck, I believe. Buck is storming in, but tries to take out the Legion, does get downed. Adam comes to the saviour. It is a 2v2 with Ash and Zofia versus Legion and Maestro, with Zofia extremely low. Okay, Alpha takes out the Legion. Maestro takes out Zofia. Is a 1v1 with Ash taking little damage. Well, not little, about half health left. 40 seconds left. Tries to get down the plant. Is he faking it? So he, okay, he did fake it. Going for a little wallbang battle. Does take him out. Adam with another great round from him. Which brings
He's been on fire today, hasn't he?
Which brings it back to 3-2.
That's 2 rounds for FDMT, and that's 2 rounds on the same site as well. They just seem to have that one figured out a little bit better than the others. I feel like, again, like it was kind of like deja vu, really coming towards the end of that round. You saw I'm saying it now. You saw Dex kind of getting to the point where they've right, we're done with our vertical control. Let's start pushing horizontally now. And the Zofia was just not able to push that angle. That's Adam's angle. He's got that lockdown for the whole round so far. He's not going to lose out on the Maestro or head glitching the objective itself. So yeah, strong showing for them on that kitchen objective. What we're going to need to see now is them to pull out a win on Trophy Statuary, which they have not been able to do so far, to put them at a 3-3 draw going into the half, and then they switch around and go on to attack. And personally, I kind of favour FDMT more on attack. But at the same time, I favour Dex more in defense. I think they've had a really strong show in the defense recently. I think Juju's I call him
Him,
Juju.
yes.
It's the player
Yeah.
to put, yeah.
EJ.
I
Let's
need
call him
to reach
EJ.
out to him and ask him for pronunciation. But formerly known as Juju, the player on the screen now at Twitch. He stepped up majorly. The last game that I watched him play was on. Well, the last game I watched him play in depth was on Consular, and he put up some good numbers there. He had a really strong showing on the Echo as well. The Echo's banned, so it'll be interesting to see what operator he chooses to excel on this time around. But yeah, what I'm basically saying is that after this round, I feel like both teams will go onto what I would consider to be the default strongest sides.
Okay. Going into round 6, there will be holding down statuary and trophy. Just a quick opinion on the game so far.
My opinions on the game so far.
Maybe something you'll expect. Well, also you said about the bit of movement. Maybe give us more or less not predictions, but
yeah, like I don't really have any predictions going into this round. I expected it to not be a like a wipeout 7-0. Let's say that. I did expect it to be closer, and I expect a lot of these last few games to be close because you've got the top teams going against each other and the mid teams going against each other. That's exactly what we have here. And it's going to be in Villa as well, a map which, if anything, Dex have the advantage in terms of intel, but within this league it's not being played. So, fresh map, two teams that are easily matched in terms of statistics and leaderboard placements. And yeah, like, I would not be surprised if this goes 12 rounds, or at least 10. But we'll have to wait and see. I think a lot will hinge on how this one goes itself.
yeah, excited to see what happens. Hibana does get taken out from the smoke, with Buck also taking a lot of damage, I believe from the Legion. 130 left. Still can't choose a determined winner of this round yet. Still could be anybody's round. Jiggly trying to deal a bit of damage. Legion does get taken down. I can't actually see anything. Adam gets the kill onto the Ash. It is a fight. Okay, maybe a 4v2, but Yoshi does get taken up, leaving a 5v2 against Firestorm. Dex. Hookage gets a kill onto Yoshi, leaving a 4v2 with 45 seconds left. Hookage does get delivered as damage to smoke, not anything fatal though. Okay, Castle loses the gun battle to Twitch, leaving a 3v2 with 25 seconds left. So Bia wins the battle against Slash. Now it's 2v2. Because they're going to have to plant.
Babes in position.
Okay, the guy with the diffuser gets taken down by Genius. Genius also smokes out the Twitch, where Adam finishes him off, leaving 3-all before the switch of the side.
Yeah, that was a lot better paced on the utility side at this time. Tranquility Genius has got a couple of aliases himself. I don't actually know what he wants to go by these days. But Genius for today, those smoke grenades, albeit they're all used at once, but they covered the entirety of the bomb site, and like you pointed out, they had the plant. You had Adam waiting with that Maestro, and he's been ever strong on it so far this game. It basically, even in the 2v2, it just became a somewhat an unwinnable situation from that point. So good patience there in that 2v2 to hold the nerve and to hold the equipment to make it as unfavourable as it was for Dex. So we're going down to Diner Room Kitchen. This is a site which FDMT won twice out of their 3 wins. They haven't lost in it, so it'll be interesting to see the differences in setups. But I'm more interested in how they set up off-site rather than on-site. I feel like when you set up on-site, there's limited amounts of areas where you can kind of anchor on the site itself. There's nothing really new there. It's more down to how the it's more down to the operator choice and how the players choose to play off-site, whether they choose to invest a lot into keeping the upstairs control, as we were talking about before, or more just kind of spreading out horizontally, maybe leaving someone open for a flank. That's something that we've seen by other teams. Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much more about it. I'm just going to wait and see exactly what that is. But one thing I'm noticing is that it's the first time we've seen a pulse. What are your thoughts on pulse on this map and this objective in particular?
Pulse is very strong. One thing you kind of need on this objective is top floor control, and if I'm saying we, biased opinion, if Forbidden Movement did get top floor control, they have got that pulse, which can just knife yourself on below, just a surprise attack. No one expects it, not a lot you can do about it, to be honest, unless you just take out that pulse, or the pulse just misses his nitro cell. If pulse didn't bring a knife, I mean, yeah, he has a shotgun, he can also shoot through the floor. But
yeah, I was just noticing that actually, and that was suggesting to me that he planned on playing vertically for quite a lot of this round, and not just utilising himself with the shotgun too.
But here we go. Pulse is below. I think this is the play I was talking about. Sees the people not moving. Easy nitro cell. That is 2 kills. No, 1 kill. I was wrong. Takes out Yoshi, who was the jackal. Not a lot he could do. Pulses him again. And that is Giggly also taken out. Pulse with a 2k very early in the round, leaving a 5v3 against Forbidden Movement.
Deploying sensor.
Adam takes out Alpha, getting his 14th kill of the game so far.
Concussion ready. Move out. Filipinka.
There we go. 125 left on a 3v4. My PlayStation's just gone really loud.
I know, it's starting to take off again.
Here we go, Smoker's trying to get a few shots onto Adam. Slash takes out the Legion. Slash, oh, with a team kill onto Adam. That is going to hurt, but then he gets another kill onto the Doc. It is a 2v2 with 45 seconds left. Zofia very low, everybody else full health. I don't think they know the fact is there, to be honest. Slash with a double kill onto Sky and... oh wait, it's not, is that Sky? Soy? Whoever it is, I'm just saying Sky. Sky and also Ambiguous.
Nice double sexy kill. Dark you're on about there.
Yeah, it was a nice double kill
sexy
from him.
Dark or, yep, Dark Gold. The whole team pretty much changed their names. Same with Ambiguous, which I just pronounced Ambiguous.
Yeah, it's easier.
Not entirely. I'll have to get my dictionary out. English was not my strong suit. It was always maths. But yeah, I think like that round kind of went as expected for me, just in terms of what I expected to see, which is more structure, more planning, I guess, put into the defense. I mentioned before that I think Dex are a lot stronger on their defense setups, and it shows. You know, like you saw how that kind of slow, methodical play style kind of favored them in that situation, and with Pulse getting those 2 kills at the start, that was huge. You could tell that just by his positioning and his kit loader, but this is something that they'd planned very thoroughly going into the round. You don't have a Pulse typically go onto the shotgun, regardless of your thoughts on the UMP as a weapon. Shotgun's just going to block the play, but he made it work for him. He was doing some work with it. Unfortunate for that team kill.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what it is, and somehow at the end of all of that, the 2v2 was won by FDMT, and it was just like the round was just going so well for Dex, and then it just kind of folded. I'll have to see, like, we didn't get the best like clear view of exactly what happened with those 2 kills there, but I'd like to watch that back just to see exactly where, like, that all just kind of fell apart. They just kind of stacked up. They just turtled in each other and
Yeah.
gave them the kills, basically. I'm a wee bit confused with their positioning there, but hey ho, they're going to try again. They're going with a similar setup. Did you catch if... Yep, Pulse has still got the shotgun, so...
Yes, Pulse does still have the shotgun. He's gone again. No, that's a different player. Last time it was EJ, now it's the Pulse. So then Sky. God, Dex aren't going to be happy about that, are they? Okay, they're already in. Ash tries to get a few shots off, does not get it. Yoshi kills Ambiguous. They're already getting down the diffuser from Thatcher. 2, 1 got the plant down. Already a 2v5. A minute in. 2. Oh, Legion comes to pick the Ash. Yoshi kills them. It is a 1v5 and Jiggly takes them out. They did not expect that of Rehost.
I mean, it was unfortunate with the disconnect for a start.
I guess we'll leave.
It's looking like rehost. We got some time to reflect on that though. So like, I mean, again, kind of coming back to the whole shotgun thing. That's a very specific. Would have kind of thrown them off a wee bit, and then I think that FDMT just kind of read into it. I mean, we know that Adam has the capabilities to play aggressive and fast when he wants to, and we've seen a few different players on this team, if not for FDMT, play that Ash role. So, yeah, the capability to move up the map quick and take advantage of some misfortune on the side of Dex was somewhat inevitable, to be honest. And again, like, you know, I don't want to put the spotlight on him again, but we're seeing more role changes from Yoshi. We're seeing him go more into like a support role, just in terms of his operators. You know, he may turn into a fragmate. And I'm just wondering why. So, cheers, Dex. But, I don't know. I guess like, is this a change you expect to continue, or do you think that players in Slash and Yoshi will perhaps pick up those faster, aggressive operators for different rounds going forward?
What was the question, sorry? I was too busy concentrating on setting up the game.
It's all good. So I was just talking about like the different there's 3 players in my mind on that team who can play the Ash role, the entry frag, the aggressive player running in, and I'm just wondering, we saw Adam take up that role for the first couple of rounds. Is this something you expect to see going forward, or do you think it's just site specific?
To be honest, I couldn't really. I'm not even too sure, to be honest. I was daydreaming again. I missed the question. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna let you get your game set up.
Yeah.
That's more important right now.
So blue is alpha. Okay, sorry. And orange 1 living room. Okay. Now I'm done. I just need to sort out the bands and then yeah. Okay, one more time. Sorry. If you forgot about it, it was my fault.
2 secs. I'm just speaking to Dex just now.
Of course. Who was banned? Maverick, wasn't it? Maverick and Cap. Mirror Echo. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Chat, quickly give me a go. Was that right? I need to know. In case I got that wrong and I'm scared.
In a sec.
Yeah, cheers. So
Was it you
FDMT
needing?
we're 5-3 up, right?
Yes, they are 5-3 up. They won 2 on attack, and it was 3-3 after the defense round. So the first 6 rounds shouldn't matter too much. They
Yeah, I
won
just-
living room, library. No, they won rounds 7 and 8. They won kitchen dining twice.
Oh yeah, kitchen dining. Forgot about that. Okay.
Yes. It shouldn't matter too much, just because obviously all sites will be available, but it was kitchen dining.
Okay. This looks good. And with Maverick and Capitayo, Mira, and Echo banned. Correct? Yes. Okay. Alright. It's a bit harsh on Firestorm. They had 1 man less.
Yes, I just want to stand by a sec because I'm just waiting to see. We may be in an unfortunate situation where Firestorm may need to play the rest of this 4v5.
Oh no. Or
Yes,
just,
they,
oh, so we
obviously
didn't leave. Just
they do have subs on standby, but it's halfway through the game, so we cannot, you know.
yeah, we can't sub in like that. I
yeah.
don't think. No. God, that's hard.
But yeah, I'm just we're just trying to see if who is it we're missing? Is it Sexy Dark? It is, yes. We just apparently he's having some connection issues, but he is on his way. He's trying to get this fixed. He must be playing on my internet because those are issues I have on the daily. So he's coming into the game. He says, "All right, okay, so you should be with us very soon."
I will be 2 seconds.
Okay, oh, it's just me. No, so 5v3, FDMT have the chance. They're on draw point, as I like to say, allowing them to guarantee that 1 point. But what do you guys in the chat think is going to happen in this game? It looks like we will have a 5v5. I know the player's not there right now. But what do you guys think the results will be going into this second half? Okay, I'm seeing 7-5, so let's go in the full 12 rounds. So, yeah, I think that's realistic. As I said before, like they're a strong defending team that they're having a few connection issues. So hopefully they iron themselves out, but they can certainly take it the full way. I don't think they're out of this by any chance. Couple more 7-5s. Yeah, no, Dex are definitely not out of this, James. It's obviously uphill. They can't drop the ball here now. That said, if they were to come away with a draw,
Any news?
I don't think either team will be. I mean, obviously
Oh,
Dex
yeah.
will be the more disappointed, but oh, okay, here we go. We've got 6 Dark.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
quickly
great.
go see if they're ready. Oh wait, what was you gonna say before I go?
No, it's all good. So you carry on doing what you're gonna do.
No.
1-0-0.
Is both team ready? Is both team ready?
Yes,
Yeah, it's good. If Yoshi wants to change team, I'm down.
No. Why would you
No.
want that bot on your team?
Well,
Okay, both teams ready. Let's go. We're back. I believe it is, if I remember correctly, 5-3-2 forbidden movement unless the game decided to just do a massive monk S. I did it right. Okay. Whew.
Good job. But yes, just to kind of recap, 3-3 going into the half. We said this a couple of times. 3-3 going into the half. 5-3 total rounds. They've won down in kitchen dining twice, so all sites are available for Dex. And we'll probably it's looking like we're seeing living room library. So we're going to see some new strategies on the different sites, and hopefully they can start clawing back some rounds, because if they give up one more round, they have to forfeit to, at best, a point, which is not ideal for them. Not the worst, but certainly not ideal for them, especially with Paradox levels in the standings with the game in hand. So just something to bear in mind. That's something they're going to be thinking about. They definitely do want to get the 7-5 win here.
Okay, and the round starts. Here we go. I haven't got the I haven't got the leaderboard up because of obvious reasons.
He's having the cast, man. That's what he's doing.
Very sorry. So there's Adam kind of setting very like getting a large amount of kills with pretty much everybody else, just a mediocre amount. Living room, one place. I haven't seen a lot of teams actually win this fight. I do believe FDMT did lose this fight last time from Alpha getting a 3k with the Ash. So I haven't really got an opinion on the site here.
So the thing is this site is that like there's pretty much a hallway surrounding the whole objective, right? Which allows you to kind of funnel your own kind of attack push in certain areas, like whether it's coming from the east stairs, the east main stairs, and opening up that triple wall, or negotiating this kind of like fourth path, which you've just seen on biggest barricades on the north side. And then of course you've got like the whole kind of kitchen push supplemented with the outside small room with a hatch above as well. So there are a few ways to attack this site, and it kind of makes defending it a little bit uncomfortable sometimes because you kind of feel like your head's on a swivel. But at the end of the day, if your rimmers do a good job here and get those picks, then it will slow down FDMT hugely. Oh wow, that was a nice shot.
Okay, Sexy on the 2k taking out Thermite and Nomad. And also Zofia taking out the Doc. So I was reading something. Okay, right. In these positions where there's not a lot to say, is there? You just gotta watch and enjoy.
Well, those are some nice shots at the start of the round.
Quite frustrated. I missed that Sexy Dark. Oh, I literally went straight onto it just as he killed him. I was a bit too slow, but oh well.
Sick device.
Adam taking a lot of damage from the Maestro. Junior's also get a kill, another team kill from a little bit of payback from Adam. Slash got him last time, he just had to get his backs in there. Here we go, it is now a 3v2 for Dex. Maestro takes out Adam, leaving Thatcher left on a 1v3.
Deploying step.
I don't believe they actually heard him there. He could go for a nice little flank here. I don't think he knows about it. 14 seconds left. What's he gonna do? He sees the Maestro. He doesn't see the Maestro. And now he sees him. Takes him out. The bandit behind him. Takes out the bandit with a lovely kill. But Pulse is gonna have to go. Pulse is gonna have to go stop the plant. Doesn't have enough time. Thatcher with the last kill with a 1v3. Taking out Maestro, Pulse, and I wasn't too sure who was the last one. Wow.
Yeah, it was Alpha on the dock, I believe he died first. That was... I do not understand what happened there. I mean... So... 1v3 situation. He's inside lobby, the door's shut, he shoots it open, rotates all the way around to the door, all the way around to like the window of small room. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure if that was I don't want to just call it a sound issue or whatever, but it just seems very odd to me that all three players were just staring at, like, they pulsing preemptively through a C4. It just didn't make sense. I mean, they were so confident that that player was there that the Pulse wasn't even using the scanner for information. That was... There are some rounds you win, and then there's some rounds that the enemy team just loses. Yeah. Credits where it's due to Genius. I mean, he hit some I mean, after finding the dock, he hit some 90 shots on all three of them, but that's a confusing round. And just out of nowhere, FDMT, after a team kill,
Again.
that's the second time in a row, well, sorry, not second time in a row, second time in 2 attack rounds that they've team killed, already with the land advantage, and somehow still managed to pull it out.
Both have been involved with Adam and Slash. Slash killing Adam last time. Adam coming for his payback.
Activating camera.
I do love this game.
Wow. It's so marginal, this game, but like, at the same time, like, dude, you got a pulse, man. Just like play it safe, secure around you're 3-5 down. You do not have any space for mistakes. If you're pulsing, you've got, I don't know, like you had the UMP that round, I believe. Like it's just use your utility, man. I'm frustrated for them, and I know they're frustrated too. But they're gonna have to pull it together if they want to scrap a draw from this, because they do need it. They needed the win, but they'll take the draw if they can.
Yeah, FDMT have confirmed another point onto their tally. Yeah, about it.
That's correct. It puts them on 10 points. It doesn't really move them anywhere. The only way they make any movement whatsoever is if other teams, it's through other teams' results. It puts them level with Insane, but Insane are also, not as it stands, but before this game, 13 points ahead in run differential, so they're not catching anything in that department.
Okay, it's a 4v3 against Dex, said about this time. I learn. That run getting taken out. Hockey's a beautiful kill onto Yoshi. Yoshi into a few shots. It is down to a 3v3, a fair matchup. Okay, EJ gets the kill onto Genius, leaving a 2v3. Zofia takes out Pulse. 130 left, still anybody's round. Didn't. Okay, he threw the. Oh, we got down. Okay, Hookers takes out Ash. Hookers goes to pick up the Zofia. Zofia in the gun battle could be the last gun battle of the game. It is not. Hookers wins it and gets the round 4 Dex.
Yep. It would turn out that turns out FDMT cannot win rounds unless they team kill each other. And I don't know. But on a personal note, it's nice to see Slash having a good game as well. Like he, I'm not going to get into it. Like he was kind of made a bit of a meme after a couple of less than expected performances with Vindication before they disbanded. So it's nice to see him have a nice bounce back game. He's not been lighting up the scoreboard in the same way that Adam has, but he's been putting in a solid shift in the Zofia. Again, ever important right now for Dex to get that point. For them to get that point, it would once again put them a point ahead of Paradox, but with Paradox having a game in hand. You know, as you can see, like a lot of this is kind of not really in their hands. They've kind of dropped the ball a little bit with kind of letting this match get away from them. And when you look back at some of the rounds, you can quite easily make an argument for Dex to win some of them as well. But at the same time, you know, it also could have been 3-0 to FDMT. Instead it was 2-1 to Dex in the opening 3 rounds as well. So it's not been a perfect game by either team so far. Both teams have capitalized on mistakes, and both teams have had situations in which they should have won the round but have not. This is going to be, I feel like this is a theme that we're going to see right to the end of the game, whether this ends this round or if it goes the full 12 rounds.
Can't wait to see. Alright, here we go. Round starting. Round 11. With the first time both teams has held down a decent games.
this is the first time we've seen Aviator games as well. Is that correct?
Pardon?
Oh, am I tripping? Is this the first time we've seen Aviator games in defense?
Yep.
This entire game?
Not a
Sure
single
it is?
person has
So
held
we've seen
Aviator games.
all 4 sites, but the site I expected to see a little bit more. Like I would expect a trophy to be played more than all of the sites, and that's not even turned out to be the way things have gone. Yeah.
Okay, Adam
let you
takes
carry
out
on, but-
blockage. Adam also goes to the pole ceiling, half health. Pulse is more or less stuck in a battle against IQ. Pulling out the pistol, does take him out, does get refragged from Slash. Giggly gets a kill onto the Maestro, but then Thatcher gets downed from somebody upstairs. That was a nice peek from Ambiguous. This is a 3v2. It's down to Dark and Ambiguous to save the game for Dex. Okay, they stopped the Hibana. And with Jaeger also still roaming downstairs, even though they are on a 3v2. Jaeger playing very patiently, hoping to get someone from the corridor. Might peek for Zofia. Misses a few shots. Zofia, Giggly does take out Ambiguous, and Dark does take out Zofia on a 2v1 with a Nomad. Nomad never nice, especially when running back from the objective. Except he is out of air jabs, with Jaeger only very, very low health left, and does get taken out by Giggly from a wallbang. And that is game with FDMT 7 and Dex got it towards the end, and Dex 4.
Cool. I mean, well played to FDMT on that defender round. They, sorry, I had a coughing fit, so I'm all over the place. Yeah, like they take that second half, sorry, 4-1. So like again, just kind of showing what I was saying earlier about them being a lot more comfortable on that attack, and they were showing it there. We saw a lot of good things from Dex in that defense as well. I really like that angle that Big Osh was using in that last round. Actually, that was really nice, and definitely didn't steal that. They certainly looked the more structured team, but they just weren't able to get the kills, and I just felt like the pace that FDMT played at just did not favor them. It was kind of a bit of a mismatch. I do want to say that unfortunate for them to have the issues that they did, the disconnections and stuff. Obviously these things happen. It's online siege. We'll be looking forward to seeing both teams play next week instead, as the race for playoffs still continues.
There you have it. That is, well, yeah, there you have it. You've seen it. 7-4 for Forbidden Movement. Cheers.